Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Digital Events Announcements. My name is Eugene Ravanenko. I'm your CryptoEmcee. Please welcome my today's upcoming VIP guest. He's Skirmantas Januškas from Lithuania, from Kaunas, and he's the CEO of DappRadar. And he also will be the distinguished speaker at the CG conference hosted in Kyiv, Ukraine, on October 10th and 11th by Andrew Sharanevich and his brilliant CGC team. Greetings for you, guys and girls. Skirmantas, it's a great pleasure to have you on the interview.
Hi, Eugene. Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
So for those guys who may not be familiar with you, could you please give us a bit intro and tell about yourself and what are you working on in the gaming industry related blockchain right now?
Sure. So I co-founded DappRadar, and since then I was very interested in dApps data and in dApps space overall. So I'm working on showing the positive side of the blockchain, of the benefits of the blockchain, and I see the evolution of dApps happening quite quickly. So technology is pushing limits every day to new heights. So that's pretty exciting. And summing all of that, I'm very happy to be able to provide actionable and reliable data to everyone, which is part of what we do on DappRadar. That's a quick brief.
I think it won't be the first time at the city conference. Is that true? And if it's not true, where is it true? Tell us, please. Why did you decide to share your ideas and experience at the city conference in Kyiv in this October?
Yeah, you're completely right. So it's not our first time. We actually attended in all the conferences that CGC team just organized. So we have a very long relationship with Crypto Games conference team. And we actually, when it was the first time when we were at Kyiv, actually, in this conference, it was just two of us from DappRadar. We were just two people team, so time flies. And so Dapp developers need to hear what we have to say. And because we are holding valuable data on Dapp trends, onboarding, and it's vital for them to know to better realize their product. And I want to raise awareness of the service that we offer to Dapp world. We're not here just to list their dApps. We want to work with the most dedicated teams to ensure the best possible product.
Well, as the speaker of the CGC conference and the CEO of DappRadar, please tell us specifically what topics and issues will you be covering in your speech in Kyiv?
User experience is actually the key to dApps now. So I will be talking about that. I will be talking about good, bad, ugly examples, and how to make changes to keep user at the heart. Now, I have personally tested hundreds of these dApps because working first at DappRadar, and we were testing manually hundreds of dApps. We know how it feels. We have all the feedback, and I want to share these findings to community. So very often it's like the small things, that developers miss, and these small things can lead to like 50% of conversion loss. So it's really, really important, and I will point to these issues.
From your viewpoint, as you've been observing the industry in recent years, what are the main trends right now in the gaming industry regarding blockchain?
So when we look at data on DappRadar, we see which dApps are best performing lately. And these are gaming and DeFi dApps mostly nowadays. On top of that, we also, what we see is that user experience obviously is increasing, but some of the developers are still lagging behind. So these are the kind of trends. And on top of that, so we see many protocols getting onboarded, many protocols that have dApps. So we are now tracking 8 protocols on DappRadar and more to come very soon. Of course, there is also manipulation of traffic, artificial data, which we are successfully fighting. And overall, I believe that the space is heading to something completely new and very big.
And finally, whom will you recommend to visit CGC conference in Kyiv? What type of person would mostly benefit from attending this conference?
This is the true beauty of Crypto Games conference and how inclusive it is, because we actually met our COO here in the very first conference, but that's another story. Talking about that, the developers can meet people like DappRadar here that can help their idea grow, and developers can get exposure to market Dapp to all the users. Dapp users can meet their beloved Dapp developers or just dedicate themselves more about what's happening and what's coming. And even if you don't have any clue about what dApps, what blockchain is, you can just come here and come to our booth, and we will tell you everything what you need to know. We are very happy to be here and waiting for the conference.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are in gaming industry or in blockchain industry or something related to the developing of these industries, please attend the CGC conference in Kyiv on October 10th and 11th. See link below and use your promo code CGC_CryptoEmcee for a 20% discount. It's also written below. And by the way, we can also meet with you at the Human Society Conference in Minsk, October 5th, in Chain by Night Conference in Yerevan, Armenia, October 14 and 15, at the Blockchain Live Europe Conference in Moscow, Russia, October 16 and 17, and Georgia iGaming Affiliate Conference in October 18 in Tbilisi, Georgia, and at Satoshi Invest Summit in Georgia on October 30 and 31st for celebrating 11th Bitcoin White Paper birthday anniversary. Please visit CryptoEmcee.com and find your discount promo codes for these events and subscribe on my Facebook page or YouTube channel. And stay tuned for next speakers' interviews. Skirmantas Januškas from Lithuania and Eugene Romanenko with you. Thank you for watching Crypto Events Announcements. See you in October 10th and 11th in Kyiv at the CGC conference. Stay tuned, stay gaming, stay crypto, and thank you, Skirmantas.
Thank you, Eugene.